Nate here from the Vino Pariaso wine store again, coming to you from our wine shop here, just sitting back and relaxing. One of the things I wanted to talk to you guys today was a little bit about us and when we started the wine store. Before we started the wine store, we were consumers, wine consumers, just like a lot of you guys out there. And when we started the wine store, we wanted to have that focus in mind, is making sure that the customer and the wine buyer is really getting treated the way they should be treated, and they're able to buy the wines the way they should buy them and not be in a bunch of price manipulations or a bunch of advertising and marketing ploys to get you to buy wines that you're paying too much for, or wines you shouldn't be buying because they're not that great. One of the things that we've noticed, and you've probably seen it too, and it kind of bugs us when people are at the grocery store and they say, well, I'm just going to buy my wines from the grocery store because I get 30% off when I buy 6. And there's if you haven't seen it, here's a coupon or a little display of it. And this is just one of them that they had at the grocery store. And it was an acacia wine, and it was one bottle for $18.55. And if you buy 6 or more, mix or match, you can get a different wines too. You don't have to just get all that. It was a $13 bottle. And people think that's great, I'm getting 30% off, and so they'll buy their wine at the grocery store. And really, it's a scam, because that wine there, if you go on Wine Searcher, you're going to find that wine just about any other store for about 13 bucks without having to buy 6. And even some other grocery stores have it without that deal where you have to buy 6, you get it. So what that means is if you're in there to buy one bottle of wine, and you don't have time to buy 6, or you're not there to buy 6, you're just going to pick up a bottle of wine to your friend's house, you're going to pay 30% more than you should for a bottle of wine, just because the grocery stores price it to make you think you're getting a discount when you're getting 30% off. And a lot of us were out there shopping for our groceries, and it's a lot easier to just go grab some wines from the grocery store. And you think you're getting these big savings, but you're really not. And that's why I encourage you guys to go out and support your local wine store, because they're going to have a good selection of wines at the best prices. And that's here at Vino Pariaso. We always want you to have the best pricing for one wine or 12 wines. You're not going to get penalized because you didn't buy enough wines. You're going to get the best price no matter what. And that's why we want you to come into our store and shop here, or shop at your local wine store, because when you do that, you're supporting them. You can also, they're going to have a bunch more wines that the grocery stores aren't going to have. And when you buy from them, they'll bring more in. So anyways, that's my little rant on so-called savings at the grocery store when you're really not getting savings. So now let's talk about this wine. And here on our videos, we feature a lot of wines that are under 20 bucks, and a lot of them that are under 10 bucks. The reason why we do that is we want to give you guys out there the feeling that when you go to wine shops, it's not always about how expensive the wines are, these wines that nobody can afford, or you're not experienced enough to be drinking, and that's far from it. Wine shops, especially ours, have a ton of wines under $20, ton of wines under $10, and these are great wines that you can't find everywhere else. So this right here is a Sawbuck Cab, and it costs $1 Sawbuck. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that cheap. It's about $9. This wine is from California. It's made by an outfit called Crew Wines. They make about 3 labels, and this is one of them. This is actually one of our go-to wines for just a wine to pull off the shelf and drink with food or friends. An everyday wine, under 10 bucks, and it's a really good Cabernet for the price. This is the 2012 vintage. I haven't had the 12 vintage. We've had the 10 and the 11. They've both been pretty good. So this will be my first time tasting the 12 vintage. Here we go. Looking at the color, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a nice deep red garnet color. It's got a lot of berries on the nose, a little bit of oak, small cherries. This one's not a lot of tannins. It's pretty balanced. It's not a bad wine. previous vintage was a little bit oakier. This one's a little bit fruitier. It's a little bit fruit forward, but still a great wine. Still going to be able to recommend it. I think this is a good vintage. Like I said, this is a $9 wine. In this price point, it's probably one of the better ones you're going to be out there to get it. So, anyways, if you see this wine, go ahead and pick it up. I think you'll like it. And again, if you're ever in our shop and we recommend a wine like this to you and you take it home and it's just not your taste, we recommended bad wine, we always stand beside it, bring the rest back, and we'll swap it out for something that you are going to like. So thanks for watching our video. I'm Nate from Vino Pariaso Wine Store, and be sure to check us out at vpwinestore.com. Cheers.